Hey there, it's Julie Hutchison here from Think Be Do Leadership. How you doing today? It's Wednesday afternoon, I think it is. Yes, it is definitely Wednesday afternoon. And today we want to talk about what happens when you are parenting your team. How dare we do that? Today I was inspired in my blurb. Actually, I put a little bit about this, but today, Emma, you know who you are, Emma, although there were two Emmas on the call, but we won't worry about that. She knows who she is. But one of my lovely delegates this morning on the Leaders Launchpad was talking about the mistake that she made when she first started in her first leadership position, when she basically, well, she hadn't had any training, and so all she knew was that she thought she was there to help people, and of course you are, as a leader, you help people to succeed and help people to deliver the things that need to be delivered. But in Emma's mind, she was like, okay, well, how do you do that then? And she essentially parented her first ever team, and oh my goodness, she was telling us about the problems that she happened upon with that. What she found was that she was solving all of their problems. So they would come and stand there and say, oh, I'm trying to think of a problem now. Oh, I don't know how to do this. And she would solve that problem for them. She would either take it off them, or she would make sure that they were told what to do specifically and done in a way that didn't make them think for themselves. And then she was taking responsibility. Now, we were talking about this the other day a little bit, weren't we, on another live, where we were talking about whether you are the resource or they are the resource. We'll come back to that, I think. But what it means is, as a leader, if you are creating what we call a parent-child relationship, you're creating the wrong dynamic in the team, because they are going to rely on you to solve the problem, think for them, tell them what to do, and you don't really want to do that, do you, really? Because you want to have a team of people that are autonomous and can help you achieve things and can do more when you're not there than need you to be telling them every step what to do. So if you're finding that you have a team of people, or even one or two people, where you are getting them coming to you and saying, well, what's next, boss? Or how do I do this? Or I don't know what to do. And they're coming to you with just the problem rather than any form of solution or idea of a solution, or any, understanding that maybe they could have a solution. So they're not trying to solve that problem themselves or come to you with a suggestion of that solving that problem. Then it may be that what you've created or what you've inherited is this parenting child relationship. And if you take it, but actually one of the delegates said, oh, this is a bit like kids. And I said, well, yes, that's why we call it parent child, because what happens is it's a bit like when you're when your kids want to tie their shoelace and they can't. If you just do it for them for the rest of their life, they're going to be 40 and they still can't tie their shoelaces, and they're going to be wearing those like Velcro shoes because they can't tie their shoelaces. And that is exactly the problem. Okay, you don't want your team to be wearing the Velcro shoes, so to speak, because you want them to grow. So if you are the one who is like telling them so much and helping them so much and showing them in a way that doesn't enable them to learn or grow or try it out themselves, then essentially they're just never going to be able to tie their own shoes. They're going to have to use Velcro. So they are limited by definition to Velcro, which means that they are limited in what they can do, what they can achieve, and how much they can help you to move your business forward. So if you are looking at this and you're thinking, hold on a second, that's me. and you feel guilty because you think I need to support these people. Maybe you don't. There's no other way that you've seen that happening, and you're thinking, hold on, I'm a nice person, so I offer as much help as I can. But maybe what you're finding is that you're exhausted. You are feeling like you may as well have done it yourself, and you may as well have got the dog to do it as much as thinking that they would do, because what you're not doing is you're not really helping them in the long term, because you're not helping yourself either. Because short term, yes, it's quicker to do it yourself. It's quicker and easier, and it just means that you get it done. But long term, you haven't grown anybody. So if you aren't growing anybody, then you're just going to repeat the same problems over and over again. And this is what Emma, my lovely lady, was talking about. She said it wasn't it wasn't until she left, when she was left because she was frustrated and she went on to a different role, then she looked at the new person coming in her role who did it completely differently, and there was uproar. This is when she realized, oh my goodness, what evil have I created here? Because what she said was, when the next person come in who didn't babysit people and who didn't just do everything for them, feeling guilty and feeling like you should, and actually coached people and expected people to make good decisions in the business and to take responsibility, suddenly these people went into uproar. It was like, whoa, hold on, what's going on? Why am I having to do all this thinking? Why am I being put in this position? Why do I have to step up? And so they were in shock because there was a different change in a different style coming out. There was a change to this style. And this is the funny thing, is that when you create this problem or any problem behaviorally for yourselves, if you change or somebody else comes in and it's changed for them, then you're suddenly going to get this uproar or this kind of like confusion or backlash of like, well, hold on a second, I don't want to change. And so you have to change your behavior steadily, because people are going to look at you and say, what on earth is going on? Why is she or he doing this differently now? What's going on? I don't understand. So you may find that because you have created this issue, then, well, not only that, people have lost a skill. People who you have over parented, let's say, have lost the skill because they haven't done it very much. They've also lost the confidence because they haven't done it very much. And they've lost the kind of like knowledge that they even need to do it. So you have to reintroduce this in a step-by-step manner. Otherwise, you are quite likely to get people saying, well, this isn't part of my job, or I don't know how to do it, or life's not fair, like children. What was the phrase they used? Somebody threw a temper tantrum. That was it. When they were asked to do something that they before Emma would have done for them. So I thought that was quite funny. But it's true. It's absolutely true that you're going to have to reintroduce this different behavior. So when we want to change behaviors, we have to change our own behavior. We can't just make people change their behavior like that. Well, some people can, but generally that's not how it works. So what happens is that when you change your behavior, the way you show up and what you say and how you're thinking, then that's going to change their behavior, because they're going to respond to what you do. So for example, where before they would have come to you and just stated their problem and stood there and waited for you to resolve and rescue them, then if you can say, well, what do you think you should be doing? Or how do you think that could work? Or what ideas have you already come up with? Then they're going to initially maybe think, oh, I don't know, because they've not got the confidence to answer that. But if you work with them and coach them on that, then they will start to gain a confidence, which means that you will be able to step back a little bit and you will be able to enjoy them stepping up and them enjoying that newfound strength and that newfound responsibility and autonomy to be able to just get on with stuff rather than keep coming and asking you all the time, because that's no fun when waiting in a queue. So I want you to think about, do you parent your staff? Or does anybody in your team parent their staff? Because if they do, then maybe they should be listening to this too. And so if you are feeling like actually you're rescuing them, they come to you and they just literally state their problem. I call it standing at the fence. And what I mean by that is, you're just walking down the road with your, maybe if you're on a dog walk or something like that. If you come to a fence or a gate in the path, you don't just stand there normally, do you? You look for, you think, oh, is it open? And if it's locked, you look for a different way. You go back on yourself, or you go to the side, or you climb over the gate. And what I'm talking about here is people who just stand at the fence and wait for you to sort that out for them. Yeah, they're like, oh, I can't go anywhere. Nobody does it in real life. They don't just stand at the fence. So why do they do it in business? So I want you to think about, are you getting people coming to you standing at the fence? Are you getting people coming to you who are not taking responsibility, who are not being autonomous? But ask yourself the question, is it because you are over-parenting them and you're not letting them take up the reins? Okay, so if you're watching this live, I should have said hello, pardon me, I've got all on my high horse today. Hello to those of you who are say hello to me. I don't know who you are, but feel free to comment on what we've talked about. So if you think this makes sense, or you are or you aren't parenting your staff, let me know. And if you're watching it on replay, then just put hashtag replay and let me know your thoughts. If you are sitting there thinking, my God, that is me, and that's why, I don't get any time, and I'm frustrated, and I'm fed up, and I need to I need to stop, but I don't know how, and you want some help with that, then by all means, give me a shout, because that's what I do. I help people who have growing businesses, who are leaders, but maybe accidental leaders, or because it's your business and you were the technical expert and now you are being the leader. Your business is growing. You need to step up, but maybe you also need your team to step up as well. So I help both those people, you in your business owner, or leaders within that business and as a team, to grow so that you can level up the leadership capability you need in the team to grow the business the way you want to. So give me a shout if you want some help in implementing what you need to implement to level up that leadership in your business. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget to join the Facebook group as well, Quiet Leaders with Impact. Find it, I'll stick it in the comments. Okay, take care everyone. Bye-bye.